Thank you for calling Plant Fitness. This is Vlad. How may I help you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes, I've had a particular interest in your gym, mostly for the judgment-free zone status. Uh, for the past 15 years, I've been working out in my basement because, frankly, I just couldn't stand the judgment and from other people that were going. So I just had a couple of questions about it. I'd love to start going to a gym again, but I'm on the sensitive, side of people. So I just want to get the particulars straight before I do enroll, as this would be a major commitment, and a big step forward in my life. But I don't want to get my hopes up, if my answers, if the answers to my questions aren't ideal. Do you see where I'm coming from so far?
I do. If you'd like, I could tell you a little about Plant Fitness.
Yeah.
Okay. Here at Plant Fitness, we are a judgment-free zone. We don't care to bodybuilders or powerlifters, and we focus on general fitness. Most of the members are first-time users, so we create a comfortable, non-intimidating environment. We have tons of cardio as well as a variety of weight resistance machines that are very user-friendly.
Oh, no, the equipment thing, all I'm really concerned about is the judgment thing. If you've got a couple of dumbbells in there and a treadmill, I'd be happy, as long as there's no judgment. That's the thing I really, that's the end-all, be-all. And
Yep.
I guess one of my questions is philosophical in nature. When there's a no-judgment zone, how do you ensure that people aren't judging you silently, or in their head? What does no judgment really even, mean? Could judgment be sent from a glare in somebody's eyes, or, where is that line drawn? And how do you draw it? And how do you, I guess, punish members that don't abide by it, and also, I guess, well, yeah, if you could answer that, that would mean a great deal.
Well, there's no place on earth that's a complete judgment-free zone, but
how
based on
how do you keep it out of the equation as opposed to other gyms?
Well, I've worked out here. This is my primary gym. I've worked out a lot of the gyms, and being here with other gyms, I've noticed a great difference in the atmosphere.
Great. Well, here's a philosophical doozy for you. Is there a judgment against people that make judgments? Is that alone in itself a judgment? Ironically, that's sort of a frivolous question, but just one that flopped through my mind. Is that technically judging against people that judge? It's a funny world, but well, okay. One of the main reasons of my insecurities is the fact that when I'm lifting weights, I get really into it, and it's like I get in the zone, and all I think about is pumping iron, and I feel it through my veins. And sometimes I have a little problem controlling my bladder. That's been frightfully embarrassing a few times. And that's what kept me, exercising in my basement in the dark. how would I ensure that I wouldn't be judged, against that? Or, if I was listening to some Michael Jackson, and I started humming out, Beat It or Thriller, can I do that without obtaining Helen Blair's, it's, like a,
Did you say scream out?
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, not scream at the top of my lungs, but I'll have headphones on, so I can't monitor my voice as adequately as I could without the headphones on, and it's not a slight murmur, but it's not a microphone blare, somewhere in between, I guess.
Sure, I'm sure you'd be able to do that as long as you're not being ridiculously loud and annoying anyone. I'm sure it's not a problem.
What about the first thing? That's what that's what kind of gives me PTSD, and
well, if that's really a problem, I would maybe see your doctor and see.
No, of course. Of course. But, would I be judged there? Or where does the, if somebody said something to me about it, basically, if somebody was making fun of me for it in the gym, is there any sort of action taken against that person? Basically, they can judge me in their head.
I'm sorry?
They can judge me mentally. I can't control that, and neither can you. But if they were to verbally abuse me because of that, do you have an iron fist approach where, you say to this member, okay, we'll give you one warning, we'll give you two, but after 3, maybe 4, you're out. No more making fun of me.
Yes, we do have a long notice that we find someone doing that, we put a notice under the membership.
A notice. Oh, that's pretty extreme. Does that go on their records and Google search and would people have any opposition to me wearing an adult diaper? Yeah, this is why I've been working out, in my basement for 15 years.
Honestly, I wouldn't know, to be honest. You'd probably have to talk to my manager about that. I shouldn't honestly see a problem. I said I don't think I would see a problem.
Even if I wore the diaper over my workout.
You'd probably have to talk to my manager about that.
Okay, that's definitely a conversation I'd love to have, and that's the end of my questions. And it's kind of hard for me to bring all this up, and I'm sorry to bring it all upon you. You're the unfortunate one who answered the call. But like I said, working out by myself is awful lonely, and I don't get out much. And the Judgement-Free thing just gave me a little bit of hope and inspiration.
Well, if you also come around this time of night, it's very, very dead. There's a lot less people, and it's something you won't have to worry about as much.
Oh yes, I'm a night owl. Mostly because I'm afraid of people. The doctor says it's social anxiety disorder. So I was diagnosed with it partly due to my urination in public. I got a bunch of issues, but if I could start going to the gym again, that would knock one off of the list. And I'm awfully excited about, what I've been hearing from you, and I'm encouraged. The adult diaper thing, that would be if I could do that, then I'm in. You convinced me. You're a solid salesman and a good a good member of the team. Thank you for dealing with these rather awkward questions. I'm sure that
no problem, sir.
And of course, if I were to join, if we, keep this, my name is Zeke Miller, but if we could keep it between you and I, and the people that actually see me walk in with the diaper, I don't want to be known as that guy. So thank you for your detailed and solid answers, and for not judging me. That's one step toward a better world, and there should be more people like you. Thank you, sir.
Great, no problem, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, you too.